Hello to anybody watching this and everybody watching this. Um, this is a review video, so don't watch it unless you're into reviews or you're into this type of content, I guess. But now that I got that out of the way, today we are going to talk about my review for the movie that is called Good Burger. It is a 1997 movie. I do remember when that movie came out, but I didn't watch it when it originally launched. And I did watch it in like the 2000s, but I don't remember much of it other than this and that. And then I recently watched it today. And yeah, it's a pretty good movie. You know, it's got that he's a dude, she's a dude kind of attitude. It's not the best movie in the world. It has 1990s cringe, if you know what I mean. Like it has some things that would be considered cringe nowadays, or it would just be considered awkward or embarrassing. Because it's a comedy movie. That's basically what it is. But yeah, it's a pretty good plot. The villain, he's pretty good. But he's not a villain in real life. I don't think he is. And he's been in a lot of better movies where he sometimes even is the good guy. But in this movie, he played his villain really well. And the main cast, the main characters were pretty good. Overall, it was a pretty great movie. The background music sounded like background music. There was that one really old guy. And then one of the scenes on there was them talking to each other, and he's like, I imagine things like squirrels and boxes. I'm like, what? But outside of that, there was a lot of stuff. And if you haven't seen the original Good Burger movie, if you want to watch it, you can watch it. But just a fair warning, it may say or do things by today's standards, or whenever your future is, whenever you're watching this in. It might not be up to date because, it was from 1997, so that would have been to whenever that was released in 1997. That would have been up to date to then. But yeah, it's basically just the regular summer job movie. So yeah, pretty cool. But still, yeah, that was that weird scene where when they end up in a kook house, you know. But a lot of the actors that are still alive from this cast either went on to be great actors or were near the end of their career. Like that old guy. I don't even know if he's alive right now. Like that's how old I know he is. At least from what I'm told, but I don't know. He could have been in his 50s or 60s back then. For all I know, he could have been in his 80s or 40s, but the thing is it was 1997. People didn't really care for that kind of thing. But I did like it. And I also noticed something, that the quote he has when he opens up the movie is also the last thing said in the movie before the credits roll. So I'm like, pretty good outro and intro. So overall, I would say it's like, if you include the cringe, the incredible part of the story, the nut house, the villains, and for some reason that one dog, and that weird thing with the clowns or whatever. Um, it was just like one scene, but still. Uh, I would say it's like a 7 out of 10 movie. I was gonna say 8, but then I'm like, gotta remember it's well, it's not like it has stereotypes in there or anything. It's just it's of its time, like it's a great movie, but it seems like something like me back then when I was, younger, me back then at that time, I think I would have enjoyed it with the people that I was with or whatever. It would have just made more sense, I guess. But I don't know. But yeah, this movie is just a weird, wacky movie, and I'm reviewing this movie because I'm honestly I just got bored and I wanted to make a review because why not? But I'm obviously not gonna show like bits of the movie, or like I am going to reference it and explain like what I just did. I was explaining, but the thing is I don't want to get into copyright issues, and I don't really have the skills to do that anyways, even if that wasn't in the way. That's why I just straight up record it all in one take. But regardless of what I just said, yeah, it's pretty much a good movie. Not the greatest movie to ever exist. It wasn't like the best movie out that year, which I don't even know what the best movie that year was from, but there was probably some greater movies from that specific year. But it was from the era where no movie franchises were like hitting big, because usually a lot of the franchises that are known to be from the 90s usually either end in the 90s or they usually start in the 90s, like The Matrix. It was basically just going to end up in the 2000s anyways, because literally the first movie was in 1999. So of course that's going to end up in the 2000s. The other two movies, and then sometimes, like I said, they also end in how should I say? Also end in the 90s, but it was mostly just like horror franchises or whatever. But also, like, it's not to say that they didn't have any good movies. It's just that's just how it was. And then you had a restore of movie franchises with Harry Potter a long time ago. And if you want to tell me to review on that, on older stuff as well, either older stuff, recent stuff, or potentially newer stuff. And yeah, this movie, back to the movie at hand, I guess you could say. Yeah, the Good Burger movie from 1997, the original one. Overall, it's just a good summer movie. So yeah, or really an any year movie. Like I still remember watching this with younger folks, that was a long time ago. It was like 10 years ago, and they would watch it all the time, even during like the winter and stuff, because it was just like a really good movie in their opinion. I mean, it is, but you gotta have other options and stuff. But still, I could see how somebody could really get into that. But yeah, it's it's good. It's the kind of movie that should have got a sequel in like 2000 or something, instead of that modern one, because that didn't do so well. But there are other movies to be made, like, what do you call it? There was The Thing, the one from the 80s, and then there was that 007 movie. There's a lot of 007 movies, but I'm talking the one from 2021. That's also somewhat good. But I haven't recently watched those, so I can't make a much review on them. But yeah, this movie, this Good Burger movie, it's just a regular classic. It's something you can enjoy as long as you can handle 1990s cringe. That's about it. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this movie. So, let me know what you guys think. Did you like my review? Did you hate my review? Do you have something in between to say about this? Or do you love or hate this movie or what I may have said in this review? Do you find it in between? Do you find it like not that great or not that horrible, like that in between or something? I don't know. Or maybe something completely different. Or maybe you want to talk about, I don't know, a different topic entirely. As long as it's entertainment or just like any well, not anybody, but like most people can talk about kind of subject, or just regular fun stuff that are those kind of topics, such as movies, video games, TV shows, maybe documentaries if you want to go that far. But still, I am kind of into documentaries if you care. But anyway, that's all I gotta say about this. So yeah, I don't want to make this too long. Not because people have short attention spans, but literally because when I do it all in one take, it's all all at once. So I just have to go with what I got. Anyway, yeah, that's all I gotta say about all of this. And yeah, see you later. Bye.